These are cute. Don't play with you.
Thank you. Very much so. Very much
Nail
so.
check.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This look that we're doing today will be like a angled cut crease. I don't know if it's a double cut crease, but it's like an angle cut crease. So first I start off by packing this brown shade in her crease. I'm gonna just keep trying to go along with the voiceover, with the video, because this is kind of sped pretty fast. And then I like outline her crease with the black matte eyeshadow with my brush. And when I do this, I kind of maneuver the brush in an angle. You can see me like swooping back and forth and then like feathering it out. That's just so when I cut the crease at that angle, I already have my shape already mapped out. So I'm not, trying to like create a shape with the concealer. Like I just follow the shape that I laid down. It looks crazy, but I promise it comes together. Then I go back in with that brown shade just to dwindle the black a little bit, because it was a little harsh. But I also go back and forth just to blend it out, and just so like everything just meshes well together. Then I go back in with that black shade and I outline, as I said before, just to add the depth. Just to add the depth back into her eyes because I lost it when I put in that brown. And I'm just blending out the top half of it just so it all just gradients. That's not even a word. Just so it all goes into her brow bone like a gradient. Now I am cutting her crease with my white LA Girl Pro concealer. Like I said before, I already mapped out the shape of the angle that I wanted to use, so I was just following along with the eyeshadow that I laid. I go back and forth a lot. Well, not really a lot, but I think the right eye wasn't matching the left eye to me, so I really went back in and fixed that because it wasn't as symmetrical. You can see that the right eye is a little higher than the left eye, so I went back and forth and tried to fix that to the best of my ability. Now to fix that unevenness, I took a flat brush and I put black back into her crease, basically to like erase the concealer that I laid down. So I just reapplied the shadow back into her crease, and then I went back in with the concealer again and cut the crease a little lower because it was too high and it didn't match the left eye. And this just made it more symmetrical. It actually worked pretty well. It looked pretty good, and it just made the end result way better. Now I'm going in with this nudish like ivory color in the Juvia's Place Magic palette, and I'm just placing that color everywhere I put the concealer just to set it in place so the concealer doesn't move, when she closes her eyes, when she opens them. There's no creasing. I just do this so that there's a smooth canvas before I lay down the other shades on her lid. Going in with this dark brown and this pencil brush, and I'm just basically, I don't want to say I'm smoking out her outer corner. I'm just laying this color just so when I place the other colors, it's a gradient, because it went from like it went from darkest to lightest. So this is just me creating the first color of the gradient that I'm going to start. You can see me placing this warm tone brown right after that brown shade, the darkest brown shade, and that's just again to create that gradient I was talking about. And then after that I go in with the Juvia's Place Magic palette, and I use that other lighter brown, and I place that literally right after that. So this is all just a blend type thing. Like it's just going from the darkest to lightest, but it's going from her outer corner to her inner corner. I took a white eyeshadow shade and I just placed that in her inner corner just to brighten it up a little bit because that ivory color wasn't working for me. And then after that I go in with my what are these called? My pigment, my white gold pigment from Jlarue Cosmetics in a flat brush, and I'm just basically packing that pigment on. And then I go in with a fluffier brush just to get it more like just to disperse it some more, because it was too concentrated for me. I wanted it more all over the lid rather than in one concentrated area. All I'm doing now is taking my Revlon liquid eyeliner, and I'm just drawing a wing out, and that's all I did for this part. And yeah, I just winged her eyeliner.
Purchase your tracks today.
Now onto the face. I already primed her face. I always prime their face off camera. I already primed her face with my Fenty Beauty mattifying primer, and I'm just placing the I'm placing the foundation all over her face with my brush. I'm spreading it out, and her foundation shade is Fit Me in shade 365. And yeah, I'm just blending that all out with my brush, just so that the blending process, when I use my my Instapop face foundation brush, it just goes smoother.
Love that.
After setting her face with the Morphe setting mist, I just went in with my Instapop foundation face brush, whatever. I went in with my face brush and I blended out her foundation. I always say that spreading out your foundation makes the blending process easier, and you really do get maximum coverage, because Fit Me itself isn't a full coverage foundation. It's like light to medium to me. So doing this and allowing it to dry down a little bit and then setting it with the spray really like allows me to get maximum coverage out of the foundation. Like, it really comes off looking like a full coverage foundation. Taking a flat concealer brush in Fit Me in shade 45. Actually, the picture says 40, but I just didn't feel like having to go on Google and grabbing another picture, so I just used one I already had. But I used shade 45 on her, and I'm just highlighting her the high point to her face, where her face hits light directly, so under her eyes, her forehead, chin, and the bridge of her nose.
Purchase your tracks today.
To contour, I use the Juvia's Place complexion sticks, I think they're called, in the shade Katsina. I still don't know how to pronounce that shade. And then after that, I went back over it with my black Radiance foundation stick in a darker color, and I think this color is Chocolate Dip. All the products will be located in the description box, but yeah, I just did that to add more depth and definition to her face. I feel like the Juvia's Place one was too similar to her skin tone, and I wanted more of a drastic difference. What is Scott showing me? I have no idea. But now I'm just blending out her highlight with my Instapop cheek brush, and that's all I'm doing. I'm blending her highlight and her contour together on the outside, and I just do this to get a seamless unison blend on the face. I think for this up, oh yeah, I'm using my e.l.f. Ultimate Face Blending Brush. I think that's what it's called. I use the same brushes, so it doesn't change. And I'm just blending out her contour. This contour was a little creamy for me. Like, it was mad creamy. It took me a little minute to try to like get accustomed to blending it out because it was spreading out like everywhere. That's why I had my foundation brush in hand, because I was going back under it and cleaning up where it was spreading. And I think it's because I mixed the two formulas. I really don't know. I'm not sure. I like it, but I think next time I'm gonna use a little less just so I'm not blending so much.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
To bronze her face, I'm using the same bronzer that I always use. I'm using my Black Radiance True Complexion bronzer in the shade medium to deep, and I'm taking the darkest shade in that palette and using that to add more color back into her face, color that we lost with the powder, with all that highlighting, just to bring back, you know, the dimension to her face. Y'all, I forgot to hype myself up. Look at how her eyes came out. Like, the process looked a little crazy. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. When I was doing it, I was a little scared, but I always know that, like, these type of eye looks always look ugly before they start looking good. But, like, I'm really proud of this look and the blend and all that. Now, I'm just contouring her nose with the same color that I used to bronze her face. And I always prefer powder contour for the nose over the harshness of the cream contour. That's just me. It's just my preference. And then I go back in with the banana powder and just place it on the line of her nose. This helps clean up the contour and it helps define the bronzer that I just put down. And yeah, that's it. I just placed a little a little powder under her wing because I noticed that there was still some wet concealer. I just did that to set it real quick. And yeah, I'm just blending out with the foundation brush. Nothing special. I always do this. I'm taking this Nars blush in the shade Seduction. I really like this purple. I don't know why I did purple with like a neutral eye. I don't know, I be off it, but I really like this purple with her skin tone. Like, it really did something.
Purchase your tracks today.
Lining her eyes with a white liner because Sky says she never had white liner before, and she insisted that I did it, and she was right because it really tied the look together. But that's all I'm doing. This is my this is the Essence white eyeliner.
Sophie, stop moving your
I want to cry. Okay. Ain't no pussy. Come on. Okay.
To complete, like, adding a pop to the eye, I took a little bit of lash glue and I laid it on her lower lash line, and then I placed some pigment, the white gold pigment from Jlarue Cosmetics, right on top of the lash glue. I used the lash glue to adhere the pigment to her eyes because it's really loose, so if you just place it with nothing for it to like adhere to, it kind of just spreads out on its own. So I just realized that placing lash glue helps it stay in place.
Purchase your tracks today.
For her lips, I just did a brown lip liner, and then I put in I put a nude lip gloss in the center, and I'll just have that in the description box below because I'm not sure what colors I use at this very moment. So just read the description box for details on the lips, and as well as all the other products because I always list them. Finally, I set her face with my Morphe setting mist, and that concludes the look, y'all. I had my good sis feeling herself. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like, literally, like, comment. Like, I like hearing feedback. Let me know what I can do differently. Just, you know, talk to me. Like, we're human, we could be friends. Again, thanks for watching. I think that's all I have to say. So see y'all in the next video. Bye.